Hi, this is Derek,
And this is Andy.
and today we're going to be looking at another Bevontule gameplay video. This is more or less what we showed at OGDE earlier this month. We've actually incorporated some of the feedback we received and fixed a few minor bugs as well. We just wanted to make this video for those of you who are not able to play the demo, so you can at least see what it's about and all that good stuff. So we'll go ahead and just start after the cutscene because it's kind of boring, honestly.
This demo can't actually be downloaded currently. If interested, just visit us on Facebook or Twitter. We've posted links to download it from there.
Okay, so essentially this is the same location as the previous video, although it's been majorly revamped. Looks a lot better in our opinion. There's a little bit more destruction, stuff like that. So yeah, we're just gonna not really try not to waste as much time here as possible and just show the key parts of it. Which this is one of them. We did add the ability to pick up items, and if you want to go ahead and open the menu.
You can see the different stats we have here for all the different characters. We will not go over them right now. There's plenty of stuff to be read if you're truly interested. And of course we also have the items, potions, salves, I'm sorry.
I'll get sued for that.
Solvents for your SP, Panacea for revival, and of course the equipment that the party's currently wearing. Just a couple new things we've added, amongst many. We will go try to find someone to fight so you can see the completely revamped battle system. The user interface, we've implemented AI, sound effects as you may hear. Since we stopped talking, you'll hear footsteps.
Also, background kind of ambience as well. So we're just going to actually just skip this dude. Oh, maybe. Okay.
Habit, sorry.
Like chicken with it.
Yeah.
Something else too, the enemy chasing behaviors are a little bit better than they were before, and you'll notice that all the enemies will also glow red. Man, he's
He's not happy. There he goes.
Is he drunk? He's just
Coward.
he's kind of stumbling. Whatever. It's fine. Probably just skip this guy as well.
In an attempt to make the video manageable, we're just going to fight a couple select enemies. You can see pretty much all the enemies we have in the battles we've chosen, but
And one thing we did keep from the previous demo is the necessity to bypass a certain area, because if you actually spent some time around here, you'd notice that you can't actually progress unless you go into this building. We decided this guy is a hunter, or was a hunter, until he himself was hunted down.
by the roots.
Yeah, but he just likes to keep all of his various kills.
Just because.
He knows he's a good taxidermist. Go ahead and fight that guy, which is clearly not
Statue.
Are these enemies like semi-intelligent or what? He's like just posing up there hoping somebody will...
Like, that's an ugly moose.
Yeah. Okay, so basically, just real quick, the battle system, as you can see, is mostly the same, but the UI, the interface is drastically different. We're not going to really explain all of that. There are numerous other videos and descriptions on our blog and stuff like that of how the battle system actually works. So we're just going to try to jump right into it. But again, one of the biggest things, like Andy had mentioned earlier, is we do have enemy AI now, which is obviously adds quite a bit of depth to it. So you can see he just walks up and attacks.
The old faithful here.
This is kind of one of the standard combos. And real quick, I'll explain what's going on here. These enemies, by design, have a lot of physical resistance to abilities. It was not... Well, actually, it was his goal's fault that it got this time. Anyway, that probably makes no sense to anybody watching, so we're just going to pretend that The idea here basically is to try to reduce their physical resistance using Warrock first and then attack afterwards. And due to the combo system, if you have 2 consecutive attacks on the same target, it will do more damage. But again, yeah, we'll just let it go.
So we did in fact implement status effects now. So you'll see we've reduced his resistance. Warrock can increase his resistance. Basically, things like poison, things like that will actually be implemented later. But you can see we actually have a system set up for status effects.
And also, we kind of just skipped right over that, but we do have a
Habit, sorry.
Whatever. But basically, we'll show it later. But we did add a little panel at the end of battle that kind of shows your rewards, and eventually we'll add the capability for that to show items that enemies drop as well when you fight them. Yeah, that guy's kind of hard to avoid, so we'll just fight him anyway. He's a little baby Deathclaw.
Maybe we'll get the Stalker in here as well.
And so basically, the way the battle, I'll just kind of talk while you're fighting here. You just you accidentally
did it again.
Yeah. Basically, the battles themselves are considered wholly different scenes. Although this looks very similar to the original scene, but it does have a few modifications. And one of those is that whenever you run into an enemy, a battle transition destination can be chosen. Wow, just got tore up. Alright, well, we're gonna have to stop the video now. No, thankfully also one of the other things that we added is the ability to revive party members that happen to just go headlong into battle like that and get killed. But to revive them, you have to be right up next to them. Man, that Ripper is just doing work.
Yeah, he's angry. Fine. Shows difficulty.
Alright, go revive him. Leave him dry like
No
that.
Bodum left.
Basically, to revive an ally, you have to be more or less adjacent to them.
Let Bodum finish him off since he attacked me. He killed me, so it's only fair.
Yeah, get that vengeance. Okay, so real quick too, this is the screen we referred to previously. As you can see, every character there has it shows what the amount of experience that they gain, as well as the experience that they need to progress to the next level. And just like a typical RPG, you gain a level, you get, your attributes increase a little bit, and we now have a way to show that. So.
But since Bodum's weak, we will take advantage of our inventory. Now he's full health. So that is one of the main things, one of the main advantages of having the main menu now, is you can heal outside of battle. It really just kind of, it makes it a full game, honestly.
Or previously, since we didn't have that in there yet, you would get healed automatically at the end of battle, but that is no longer the case, so. But again, we're just going to kind of skip past a lot of this. There are a lot of items to find in this area and the next area, but we don't want to have a 38-minute video like our first attempt at this.
The ultimate goal of the demo, as you will see, will be just to beat the boss. I'll show him before we just kind of walk past him. But once you beat the boss, the demo's technically over. Sadly, we can't get to him right now because he's behind a locked gate.
What a coincidence.
Raises questions on how he got there to begin with.
He's...
You can see him back. I guess he does have wings, so you can see him in the background. Now we have to go find the mine key, which is required to get to him.
Also, those are like the least functional wings that
They're there for show.
I've ever
It's
seen.
like Raziel off of not Blood Omen, but the
Soul Reaver?
Soul Reaver. There you go.
That's a strange reference, but...
Why not?
You didn't even know.
I remembered the character's name, which is weirder than the actual game name. Interesting. here you'll see we actually also added the ability to have docile enemies. Basically, he'll walk around just like a normal enemy. He just won't chase you. If you run into him, he will in fact attack you, and we're going to show that here soon. But, you know, just shows a different, I want to say, intelligence level.
Just different enemy behaviors.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a lot of different ones planned, aside from just the standard, you know, walk around and chase you or ignore you, you know, stuff like that. Which, of course, you know, we'll show one day whenever we implement it.
Maybe.
If we implement it. Here we go. You just got all the enemies gathered around here.
Just missing one.
I wonder how these enemies like form. How do they communicate and gather up like this?
Through the roots.
Okay. It's good that the enemies can put aside their differences
It just shows
fight
you
the player.
there is no natural hatred of difference.
It is yes, it is a learned behavior. Also, another thing to add is that these battles will actually be a little more difficult than they otherwise would be, simply because we didn't fight that many battles in the first scene, and thus we did not level up. And it just so happens that the enemies in this area are actually scaled a little bit higher to account for that. So they're going to be a little bit more difficult for us.
That's how we like it.
Hey man, you speak for yourself. I don't like that.
You like your handheld?
Yeah, man.
Half of it is going to get kicked. There's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, that animation. It's a little.
I love it.
We'll leave it. It's fine for the fun. I don't know what he just did, but we'll pretend that didn't happen. He got very tired. Didn't really move forward. Attack an enemy. Well, an enemy from his perspective.
Well, he hurt his thigh when he kicked that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Also, I know pretty confidently that I'm about to level up. When you do level up, like in a lot of RPGs, it completely heals you with HP and SP. So I'm probably going to leave my characters kind of weak here because there's no reason to waste potions or salves, if you will, or solvents to heal. Just another strategy to kind of think about as you're playing throughout the game.
Yeah, you were right. Yeah, it's almost like you had
I've done this before.
I know.
But here you'll see all the different stats that will increase. Different characters will get different stat increases upon level up. They all have
Obviously,
much
yeah, you can see that Apolith, being the tank, you know, he has the highest natural base HP. Go figure, you know, whatever
highest
coincidence.
resistance.
Yeah. So thus he gains more than other characters in that regard.
But okay, we'll go find this
Yeah, let's go
key
get
somewhere.
that fabled key.
little lost. There we go.
And again, there are quite a few enemies in this area, and there are quite a few little paths that you can take in between the houses and rubble and whatnot. But
Yeah, there's a good 5 minutes worth of excavating, I guess, back there. There are all kinds of items. We're gonna bypass it. Come back down here.
another thing too is we've completely revamped the dialogue system. Well, I don't even think we showed that in the previous video, but yeah, here it is.
And luckily enough, that corpse just so happened to have a mind key on him.
It's very convenient.
And there they were just kind of talking about why that corpse didn't turn if you followed us, throughout our development, you've probably heard us talk about the roots and what they're capable of, and how these creatures we're fighting are actually what we call root souls. Basically, these roots have the ability to animate the dead in a way, because everyone loves zombie-like creatures. And you can hear the footsteps.
Yeah,
This is where
monotonous.
I'm gonna say this isn't the last video where Derek was talking about the monotony of the footsteps, so I figured I'd bring that back up in the long track back. Like I said, there are items hidden. There are reasons to venture off the path, I promise. But our first video, like we said, was 38 minutes. We didn't want to do that to you guys, so just kind of making it quick as possible here.
All your characters healed up, bro?
Yeah,
They should be
I
because
leveled
of
up
that
the last
last-
battle, yeah.
And just one thing to note, this is not at all what a root soul will look like, nor are any of the other enemies what root souls will look like. Obviously, we have to, we have a limited amount of assets and stuff to work with, so this is what we came up with. Dude's cool as hell looking. I'm not sure where he...
Kind of evil. I mean, the site's a little crazy.
Where do you think he got that from?
Well, we're in a mining town. He just, with lots of blacksmiths, he just
You think he just picked up the anvil himself and just
strolled in the towns like, hey man, will you make me a cool scythe?
It's almost like the scythe is like redundant. He doesn't even really need it. I mean, look at him. But anyway, so first thing he does whenever you get into battle with him, you'll notice that his speed is actually higher than all of your characters. Thus, he gets to act first. First thing he does is greet everybody with an attack that basically will hit all of them and do a nice little chunk of damage.
You also notice he has considerable more HP and SP than the enemies we fought previous, which makes sense since he is the boss. I guess technically that makes him the boss of those creatures.
I don't really like the term boss.
Yeah,
It implies that they all
kind of
work for him. Actually, I mean, it doesn't even imply that. It's the literal definition of it. But another thing too is a valid strategy with this guy is, aside from just kind of trying to avoid his abilities, you'll notice that particular ability he's using is a line-based ability. So anybody else that is behind or in front of both him, or that gets to the target, will also get hit by that. But like I was saying, one of the valid strategies is basically just use Morok to drain all of his SP, and without SP, he can't actually use those more damaging skills, thus makes the fight go a little bit easier. Get up there.
I don't know, man. I don't think Atlas will get the move.
That's fine. He'll be alright.
I messed up.
He'll get the move if you don't do anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to.
So basically what he did was he used an ability on Aboleth that it also affects targets next to him. So as long as you don't use Gut Punch here. Okay.
I did. You're right. Messed up.
It's alright. So you'll see this should actually hit.
All three of them, I think.
No, just the
okay,
two.
good.
But that's one of the things, and that actually, it's good that you did that in a way because that illustrates the need to...
What not to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a known bug. We don't know what exactly is going on there, but sometimes he just fails to attack or do anything. So that's.
And I am more than okay with it right now because I just made a big boo-boo. So.
Yeah, you can tell which one of us has kids, which one of us does not.
Hopefully,
like it's easy to use the combos, assuming you're set up correctly. Like right now, since he didn't use a skill that would have taken any charge, we can now just use all of our abilities on him back to back. Probably like a third of his total health with that whole sequence there, so yeah, maybe not quite a third. Yeah. Otherwise that would probably kill him. Yeah, just get Morok over there.
Yeah, just give him some moral support. Hey man, I'm gonna take his win.
See, that would actually be valid if it did less damage for the number of targets that it hit, which of course will be a thing one day for some allies.
Some abilities, yeah.
I like it that it apparently, based on that, it's not the root breaking out of the ground that hurts him, it says that it comes back down.
Well, it stops the bleeding, but it's punctured you when you pull it out.
It's like getting shot with an arrow or something.
Alright, we'll risk it.
Yeah, you're gonna get hurt.
Yeah, he's got back away. Make sure this don't happen anymore. Actually, it might. No, I don't think it's gonna hit though. Oh, it did.
You thought wrong, buddy. I hope he just attacks Bodum right now.
He very easily could have. He's been taunted by Atlas, so let's hope for the best.
Yeah, you got lucky, bro.
Technically, that probably should have hit both of them. A scythe that big going through Atlas definitely would have hit both.
He's very precise with his. I mean, he did forge that scythe after all.
Viewers, is the end of the demo.
Yeah, so I mean, if you guys liked any part of what you saw here, it would be greatly appreciated if you guys downloaded the demo yourselves and gave it a try, and also just follow us on social media on our Facebook and Twitter. We'll get a website up there one of these days.
Maybe.
Like 2019 or something, but so yeah, I don't really have anything else to add.
Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, just get a hold of us.